This is the video I'll be showing you how to use the rank functions to do the rankings. So in the previous couple of videos I have showed you ranks through nested if. You can see that I have done the nested if formulas, and it's a quite lengthy formula, and we have done it for the large and small to get the desired result. So this is the amount and whichever is in the large and small. So it's a quite bit lengthy formula, and if you are good in nested if, this formula is very useful. What you have to do is you have to copy the whole formula once, and you have to keep on changing one and two, one and two, two and three, and so on. So if you're tired of having lengthy formula, and if you have more than 5 or 10 lines, so do the scoring or do the point analysis. So you can do is sometimes we have very close point analysis, so we can see what all things are in the first, second, and third. So it depends. It relies on these total values are based on the scoring over here. So this is the main criteria. So this is the range where we can do the scoring and all. So if, the thing is now it's in nested if formula, but we have, thanks to Excel, they have discovered a rank function. So this is going to reduce the stress and strain and a lot of time and energy. So if you are, it's a very simple and easy formula. I would like to show you how to do the rank formula so we can do the rankings. So it starts with is equals to rank rank and open the parenthesis, and here the number is like this is the number, so it will be calculating for each number. So just you have to click on this over here, and you have to make it as a reference. So it's a reference in the normal Excel language, we can say, as it is a it's a we can use this as a range. We use something called a range. So if you have something in the range, you can just use the range reference, or you can create a range for this. And there is also, if you have to do F3 and how to calculate the value, but I'll be showing you how to do this in a range before continuing in a range. So we can select the range, and you have to log the cells. So next all the formulas will depend rely on this. So I'll be logging in, clicking F4, and it is good to log this also if you are moving the copying the data here and there. So it's always a good to click F4 3 times, 1, 2, and 3. So this is the first dollar sign, so it is the columns will be logged. And now the order. So if you want to see, you can see when you put a comma, and you see that if you want a descending order, so you'll get the lowest over here. So the actually will be calculated from the lowest. So 0, if you put, it will be calculated from the lowest. So you'll be getting the same. So these colors are the same. So I just made in the same colors. So these two are in the same colors. So I will be putting a 0 so that the ranks can be calculated in the same. Sorry, I will be putting a 1 so the ranks can be calculated in the same way. So I'll be putting one, it's in the ascending order. So here it's something is small, and here it's called something is called ascending. So if you have a confusion, it is a bit confusing also. You have to uh, you have to change 0 to 1 and all. So if you put it as a 1, and if you hit as enter, so you will get a value, you will get the answer. So the same way, when I double click down, when I put the angry rabbit down, you can see the answers over here and answer over here are same. So always, if you see think that lowest, you have to put as 1. So what is going to be if you put as if I put more than 1 or 2, just for the sake of calculation, we can do the same. If you put a rank NK, open the parenthesis, so the number is here, and the reference is the range. So the range is, or the array or the range is here, and if you want, you can log this here, and if you want, you can log this 1, 2, and 3. So to make this it's having 1 and 0 only, so you can see ascending and descending. If you want descending, you have to put 0. But what will happen if you put 2, or what is going to happen if you put 3? You can just have a check list, so you can see the same answers you're getting. Even if you put the same over here, if you put into um, if you put into 100 also, the answers you're getting are the same answers. So so if you can see, if you put 100 also, you're getting the same answer. If you want to put any number, if you want to put 6 also, you can put 6 also and see the answer, and we double click down, we get the same answer. So for the highest, the value which I showed, as I showed you, when you hit value to show ascending or descending. For the highest, it is called descending in this language. So if you want to put in the highest value, you have to put it 0, or you can leave alone. You put 0, or you can just leave it empty. So if you leave it empty also, you can see what is happening if I leave empty. So it is taken 1, and you can see that you get the answer. Or if you want, you can just put a 0. So this doesn't really matter, when you put a 0 at the end, and it's going to calculate the same answer. So I hope you got. It's a very easy formula, and very convincing formulas. So you have to be very careful. 1 and 0. If you don't get the answer, just change 1. If you are not happy with 1, you can change to 0. So that is what you have to do. Vice versa. And the biggest hitch over here is when you're doing a duplication. When if you have a duplication, with you control D, and there's a duplication, you can see the answers are same. So there is no 3. So 3 has been taken by sorry, there is no 5. So 3 has been taken double 4 times. So double time it has been 4, and then small it's going to be 2 2 again, and it's going to be 4 and 4. So if you want to have something more, if you want to have this as 1 2 3 and 4, and if you want to have 5 instead of 6, so you have to write it again in the nested if formula that I will be showing next video. So you have to, or please do tell me if there is any other function. So I will also be eager to hear that. I have not gone through that. I have to check. So if you want to get something, answer it randomly without exiting some value. So the other way around that I told you is, if you want to have that in the range, you can click this range and make this into a range, and you can write this as an amount and hit enter. So now this is a range. The range has been calculated. If you keep the cursor, so you can see the amount. So it's going to be going to the amount. So in that analysis, you have to do is, you have to do is equals to rank, open the parenthesis, and this is the number. If you just log it to 1 2 3 times dollar, and if you hit F3, so you can see if you hit F3, you can get the amount. So you can double click that. So the amount is already there. You don't need to select the range or anything, and you have to just make it into. You have to make it into rank one, so it is going to be one, one, and close the parenthesis. Hit enter. So you got the answer. Now you can put down. So you can see that it's showing amount. So all this has been calculated. So you don't have to worry about locking the cells and all. So the same way you can do for the same here also. You can just open this. You can remove the area and delete it. And you can use F3. Just hit F3. So you get the range and double click that. And amount is already there. Now it can be 0, or you can leave it blank. So if I put a 0 and I double click this, I get the answer. So you can see the formula is like ranks S3 and amount. So when you hit F3, when you make a range, and when you hit F3, automatically it is going to share the values. So you don't need to lock the cells. So you can use in other formulas also. I have kept that pending because this was a small video, so I can tell you when I get a sufficient time, so it's not getting boring and time consuming. So I would like you to welcome you if you could subscribe my channel, and give me your comments. And if you hit the like or dislike button, and give me your valuable comments that what are things required, or what are things to be learned. So how to avoid this, how to get rid of this if you have 4 and if you want to have 5 over here instead of 6. So please do let me know, and I'll be waiting for you in the next video. Please like the button, hit the bell icon, and thanks for watching, and let's see you in the next video.